Here.
Calgary foothills.
Oh, my friend, sorry we cannot look.
When the Premier announced her 100 megaton cap on oil.
Quiet. Ms. Meyer, quiet, please. Just, honourable member, proceed.
When the Premier announced her 100 megaton cap on oil sands development, she was flanked by 4 major oil companies. 3 of them are now buying up the rest of the oil sands operations. Foreign investors, including Shell, who once endorsed her plan, are waving goodbye to Alberta. Now the big 3 control the market within the 100 megaton cap. There is no room for new players. Can the Premier confirm or deny the market rumor that the big 3 got a sweetheart deal and will be the only ones who will be permitted to grow under the cap?
Thank you, honourable member. Minister of Environment, Parks.
Well, certainly, Mr. Speaker, the announcement of the Climate Leadership Plan was supported by the oil sands industry and continues to be, Mr. Speaker. I look forward in the supplementals to the members opposite detailing all the ways in which all of our biggest job creators in this province are doing their business wrong, Mr. Speaker. I look forward to them detailing in the supplementals, dragging their corporate reputation through the mud once again, Mr. Speaker, and I look forward to hearing how they're going to talk Alberta down and hope that we do not succeed in this province. On this side of the House, we're putting in place a system whereby our energy industry succeeds and is strong, Mr. Speaker.
For supplemental.
Given that during Bill 25, Wildrose predicted the cap would cause M&A in the oil sands, and support service jobs like HR, IT would be laid off, and given that due to this government's misguided policies, companies are taking their business and moving to investment-friendly regimes like Saskatchewan and Texas, can the Premier explain to all the unemployed Calgarians why putting forward job-killing policies is the right thing to do?
Honourable Minister of the Environment.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I look forward once again to our right-wing friends over here detailing how Athabasca Oil Sands, CNRL, Cenovus are conducting their business wrong, how they are, in fact, not right in how they are moving forward with making our energy industry strong. The Wildrose opposition, Mr. Speaker, should be cheering for these Canadian companies who have expanded their operations in the oil sands, Mr. Speaker, not just with existing assets, but with future development assets. Instead, they are talking down Alberta every chance they get. They're not supporting our energy industry, Mr. Speaker, and they're slamming the door on the renewables, Mr. Speaker. It's shameful.
Second supplemental.
Mr. Speaker, given that all the leases snatched by the big 3 will not be developed because of the risky policies of this government, and given the Crown sold off these leases for the benefit of royalties and jobs, which are now gone, knowing that the resources will not be developed in any timely manner, is the Premier now going to force the oil sands leaseholders to put their undeveloped leases back on the open market for sale, or will the Crown be forced to buy them back, and at what price?
Honourable Minister.
Well, certainly, Mr. Speaker, I'm not surprised anymore. This is a side of the House that denies the science of climate change, that doesn't want to support our energy industry to take on the greatest challenge of our time, Mr. Speaker. This is a side of...
Could you please continue, Honourable Minister?
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And of course, this is the side of the House that provides direct funds to films that I call into question the science of climate change, Mr. Speaker, and propaganda films, essentially, Mr. Speaker. And this is also a side of the House that disputes what people like the CEO of the Canadian Oil Sands Innovation Alliance has said, who are praised moving forward with innovation and technology, saying that they are confident of...
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Thank you, Honourable